Good morning, Virginia. This is Virginia This Morning with Julie Bragg and Greg McQuaid.
Well, good morning. Hello there. It is 9 o'clock this morning on a Monday. Welcome to Virginia This Morning. Good day to you. I'm Greg McQuaid.
And I'm Tracy Sears in for Julie this morning. Well, last week we talked about one new way to reconnect with old friends. It's called social networking, and I'm sure everyone knows about it. Well, today we'll tackle safety. Khormaee from Microsoft joins us with advice to avoid danger and drama while on the web.
Hey, great to see you, Sai. How are you?
I'm doing great.
All right, Sai, your job really is to go around and talk about the dangers. What really is the number one message that you give to high school students and college students?
The number one thing they have to understand is that whatever information you put on a social network is going to be available to everyone. We kind of explain it this way. If I wore a big T-shirt with whatever pictures I put on MySpace, Facebook, Spaces, or any comments I make, and I'd be happy to wear that around the street, then it's okay. If you'd be uncomfortable wearing that, then it's not okay. And that's something that students really need to understand, and parents really need to kind of get that message to their kids as well.
And that's what I'm amazed about, what teenagers and even young adults are doing these days. They are putting pictures in, like at parties, for example, on the web. They are wearing T-shirts with their colleges or their high schools written on them. They're giving intimate details online about their lives, where they live, where they go to school. This is so dangerous.
Absolutely. So just like in real life, there's going to be criminals and bad people online as well. And any information you put online that can identify you, be it a high school T-shirt, your hometown, last name, birth date, things like that do not belong online. It puts your children and puts you at risk. So we definitely encourage that parents educate their kids not to release that information, and also encourage them to use the security features built into many social networks. I can say that, Microsoft's Live Spaces, we have security settings built in so that students and children can protect themselves by saying, only my friends can view my profile, only select individuals can review my profile. Parents have parental control built into Vista that they can also use to kind of maintain their child's safety while online.
Now, Sai, piggybacking on the whole photos about you wearing the T-shirt, you also have to be very aware of what's going on in back of you as well. Tell us about why the background is so important in photos when you put them up online.
Yes, of course. So, anything in the photo that you're involved in reflects upon you. If I take a photo with me with a school sign behind me, it's also identifiable. A city location, my home, addresses, anything. So play almost detective in this, and make sure that you cannot be identified by anything on there. But I also want to caution that social networks can be used for good as well. I think they bring people closer together as a whole, be they good people or bad people. So we talked a lot about the bad, but even Microsoft uses social networks to help reach my audience. So I talk to students as my job, and we created a social network on Facebook called Microphone. So apps.facebook.com/microphone, where people can go on there and talk to me directly. So if your viewers have questions after the show, they can also reach people like me. So it brings good people and bad people closer together.
Is there any chance that this software could be hacked into when you say only my friends can see this particular page? Is it possible that outsiders could catch a glimpse?
While that possibility does exist, it's more important for students just to consider that any information they put online is effectively public information. It could at any point be available to anyone. That being said, on at least Microsoft Network Live Spaces, we haven't seen any major harassment or security issues as of yet.
Now, Sai, if you're ever on one of these social networking sites, you always see you have a few new friend requests. Do you always want to press affirmative on all of those friend requests, or is it something that you want to be leery about?
You certainly want to be leery about that. So whenever you friend someone, you tell the social network that they're trusted, and you allow them access to your information. So effectively consider those friend requests as requests for your information. It's almost as if someone on the street asked you, what's your birthday? Where do you live? What's your name?
And you can find out a lot about that information.
Absolutely. And it's certainly important that everyone is very careful about what information like that they give out to anyone and who they give it to.
And I think what a lot of young people don't realize, too, is that most every company in America now will look on these social networks to find out a little bit about this person. So you certainly don't want a picture of you partying the weekend before. I think that's what a lot of young people that I've talked to do not realize happens.
Exactly. That's very, very important. A lot of employers nowadays will do internet searches as well as look on social networks for information on prospective employees. That can be both good and bad, as anything else. The bad side is, yes, if you have pictures of you partying, it's certainly not going to reflect well upon you. That being said, if you are an active blogger, participant in online communities in a positive way, contributors to forums, again, good things, those will also be available to employers. So again, there's good and bad, and it's just important to know the difference and know what you want to become almost public record.
All right, Cy, great information. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see you on the World Wide Web.